Dun, 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 dun. It's time for another Whip It Wednesday. I'm so sorry I missed last week. I had the grandbabies here, and we got a new grandbaby, and I had the older ones here, and guys just didn't have a chance. So I am so sorry. It's been so long since I've posted, but it's another Whip It Wednesday, and I have been working on these strips and these blocks. The vote was kind of close. So I can't remember what the second runner up was, but I think it was potato chip blocks, and I had a couple votes for that, and I had a couple votes for doing the courthouse steps. So I went with the courthouse steps. I decided to go with the courthouse steps because the potato chip blocks would have taken a whole lot more cutting, and I didn't have the mental capacity to deal with that this week. So I got started on these, and I've got one more row to go. So I did the center. I'm going to turn you around so you can see better, but I did the center, and then I went around one time, and then I'm going around a second time. And these are going to be 13-inch blocks, I think, finished was my math. These are the strips I have left. I haven't counted them. I did 20 blocks. I thought that was a good number. I'll do 4x5 in my quilt when I put them together. So I don't know if I have 20 left here, but I'm going to do what I can. And if I have to, I'll pull some other stuff out of some of my stash. I've got a big stash. And I've got a lot of scraps. So I'm going to turn this around. I am still working in just the one room because I haven't invaded the guest room again yet. And half of this one room is still totally stacked with stuff. But I'm going to turn you around to the ironing board and show you what I've got so far. And that's what I'm working on. So, yeah. All right. So here's where I'm at. I started with, sorry about that. I started with the 5-inch block in the middle, and then I did the 2.5 here and the 2.5 here and 2.5 here and a 2.5 here. And I'm on this round now. I'm going to do these two. These need to be pressed and trimmed. As you can see, they still have big long tails on them because I didn't cut anything beforehand. I'll trim them after. And then I'm just going to go here, and these blocks will be done, and I'll just put them together. I did not pay any attention to what was going with what, except I didn't want to put the same fabric in one block twice. So as they came off the pile, that's how they went on. So like when I go to the next round, I'm so sorry. I mean, you can see, and that was the only thing I did was I made sure I didn't have the exact same fabric. I didn't care if it was the same color, but I didn't want to have the exact same fabric in 2 blocks. So I'm pretty sure I made that work. Yeah. I didn't worry about themes, like this one had the dogs and it just whatever. So then, what I'll do is this will go here, and this one will actually get 2. And then not this, see, like this purple I wouldn't use because I've already used it in this block, but I could use this purple next. And I did sort the strips out to start with to make sure that the short ones were going to go on here, and then you know what I mean. I sorted them out by length. So that's where I'm at. I'm going to get these pressed and trimmed and get back to the iron and get back to the sewing machine. And we'll probably be done with this before the next Whip It Wednesday. I'll probably have the quilt top together. I don't think the quilt will be finished, but I'll have the quilt top together. So let's see what I've got here. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Oh, I might have enough here. 17, 18, 19, 20. I think I have just enough. I don't think I'll have a single strip left. I will have, these ends left for another project, but yeah, I'm gonna get these trimmed and get back to the sewing machine. I have just been pressing these right to the outside on On all this, I'm having a hard time working around the camera here with the ironing board, but that's what I'm doing. I'm gonna press them all, and then I'll trim them. And yeah, this is looking good. Ooh, I cut that one a little close there, didn't I? There's nothing to trim there. Not very straight either. Oh well. And this is the last one to trim. That is it. That's all 20 of them trimmed. I am going to sort through these little trimmings. Obviously, these little guys are going to go in the garbage. If they're at least an inch, I'm going to keep them. I'll probably put them together and do, I'll put them together and then I'll do like a 4-inch, what do you call it, string quilt. I'll put them on paper and then stitch them all together and make strips, and then I'll at some point put all those strips together. And these ones that are close, I'll measure those and see what they are. And then in the meantime, they're just gonna, that's too small. In the meantime, they're just gonna go into my bucket of scraps, basically. Some of these I stitched over, but that'll come right out. Stitched over and pulled them out of the way. That'll come right out. That'll iron right out. All the rest of this is trash. Those will go into a string quilt. These will be something else. So that is it for me this week. That is it for me today. And whip it. Da-na-na-na-na. Whip it good.